Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her meat and she has mixed her wine. She has also furnished the table. She has set out the bait. She cries out in the highest place of the city. Whoever thinks will let him turn in here. As for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine I have made. But take foolishness to live and go in the way of understanding.
There's a big jump between saying, like, for people, let's say in the States or in Western Europe, to go to an Orthodox church, yeah, it may be kind of like you need to get your courage up, whatever. It's not the same as in a country where it's illegal and you could face real consequences if you even try something. So, in your heart, what were the things that were going on where you're like, okay, or it was just that same conviction just carried through and didn't stop? You're just like...
The same.
Okay.
The same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. And there was the episode where I ordered my Bible online.
Yeah.
The Orthodox study Bible. Yeah, and it like arrived in my country and was stopped by the customs, and they opened the package and didn't want to send it.
Yeah.
And I told you about it and you were like...
I remember being super sketcy about that. I was like, it's a trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap, but you went anyways.
I did.
And you were bold.
I mean...
You were bold. You actually... What did you say? You said to them, why are you asking for this? And
yeah.
You're like, oh, why can we have books on Buddhism?
Yeah. Well, I went there and they took me to a room where there were like police officers and like...
What is this?
Yeah. What is this? Like, it's the Bible.
Oh, man.
Yeah. They asked why I wanted it, why I ordered it. And I said that I was curious to know what it said.
Yeah.
That I wanted to read it and figure out for myself. And then I told them, like, I don't understand why it's a problem. Like, you have books on Buddhism being sold in libraries, you have yoga classes, you have, like, what's different about this one?
Yeah, which is funny because yoga's out there in the open.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yoga studios?
Yeah, but somehow they don't consider it like a religion. Like for them, it's just an add-on. It's just something that you do on the side. Yeah. But they ended up letting me have it, and they just made me sign like a waiver stating that I wouldn't translate it in Arabic, that I wouldn't make copies of it, and that I wouldn't teach anyone from it.
No proselytization?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you feel comfortable about, kind of just touching base, just a little bit, to get into the details, but, kind of like, you ended up getting baptized.
Yeah.
Thanks be to God.
Thank God.
Thanks be to God. Yeah. You ended up getting baptized. There was a little bit of a...
Yeah. Well, we can say that it wasn't in my country.
It wasn't in your country.
Yeah.
And even getting out of your country was a whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
The devil definitely fought you on that. But you made out of the country. And I was hoping to connect.
Yeah.
But God knows it didn't work out. But our dear Father Boniface came through.
Yeah.
And some people may remember Father Boniface, right?
Yeah, you had him.
Yeah, he was on a Real Fast episode. Yeah. So he baptized you. May God grant him paradise and grace. And then so from there, you're baptized. It's safe to say that you do have access.
I have access, but it's
very limited.
It's very limited.
Very limited.
I'm not able to say anything about who I am.
Right. No one in the parish really knows that you are from your country.
Yeah.
They think you're a foreigner
Yeah.
from somewhere else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it kind of helps that I don't look like your typical
Person from your country.
Yeah, person from my country.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I want to jump into then is, and this was like a big deal because if I'm remembering this differently, I want you to correct me.
Okay.
But I remember one of the things that I felt was imperative for you was why you needed to get baptized and why you needed to kind of have access to the sacraments in the church is because of your work.
Yeah.
And you working in the mental health field, you dealing with significant issues, right? And the fact that the interplay of hostile forces, demonic forces, with those who are struggling with mental illness, and you being essentially exposed and alone in your institution. So we talked, that was one of the big things for me. If I remember, if I'm not remembering it correctly, it's like, no, Father, it wasn't like that. But I remember that feeling. It's like, you need armor, you need strength to do what you're gonna do, or to do what you were already doing, you know? Can you talk a little bit then, this kind of gets back to the question, talk to me a little bit about your experience then coming into the church, out of Islam, out of the New Age, out of secularism to a certain degree, being in the mental health field, working in an institution, seeing some of the worst things, and seeing, just people in torment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We oftentimes don't have the proper context and perspective because, number one, we don't really have institutions here anymore in America. We have them, but not like they used to be. They're very few. And the other thing too is, there's I think there's a forgive me if I'm wrong, I could be speculating, but I feel like there's a different kind of stigma I think there'd be a different kind of stigma in a Muslim country, in a kind of more old world country, around mental health, and even the fact that do they think about things like, in that context they call them jinn.
They do.
They call them jinn. Like what did you begin to see with these new eyes of being Orthodox, and the context of you working in your field, seeing people in torment, what did Christ show you?
I was hit by just the reality of human suffering. I saw people in hell, right?
Yeah.
And with no way out.
Yeah.
And I was it really hit me, and I kind of felt, I don't want to sound like prideful saying that, but I felt kind of like how God would feel, like seeing how many people are suffering and not reaching out to Him. Because I wanted to tell them about Christ, but I couldn't. And I was just exposed to the worst
experiences.
Worst experiences. Yeah. Like not only like trauma, like sexual abuse, things like that, but even how families would live through those experiences and would kind of reach the end of their patience and humanity and the things that they would resort to.
Like abandonment?
I wish it was only abandonment. It's people who would imprison their mentally sick loved one in an attic or on top of a roof
Lord have mercy.
in the burning heat with chains.
Like the demoniac.
Like the demoniac.
From the scriptures.
Yeah, leaving them to soil themselves, them staying there for weeks on end.
Lord have mercy.
I saw things that made absolutely no sense, and that broke my heart.
Over and over again, because it's not isolated. You saw it over and over
It was
again.
a regular thing. It was a regular thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Just all sorts of things. All sorts of things.
Wow. So, I remember one time we had a call.
Yeah.
You had literally just walked in.
From a shift?
Yeah, and you just broke down.
Yeah.
Did you find Christ's consolation? Did you learn to find consolation in Christ during this time?
I did. By your prayers and through your help and guidance, I was able to take that pain that I felt and the things that I kind of absorbed and take them to Christ in prayer. And I felt that it alleviated that pain and allowed me to keep going every day.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the temptations for people is to find a nice, neat answer. And I think that's where a lot of people stumble in regards of trying to, their communion with God breaks a little bit because they're looking for a ABC answer to these things. And I often find there isn't one. You have to learn to just kind of see the horror of life and know that God is. So in light of that, and in light of being able to find some comfort for yourself, tell me about, on a professional level then, what did you start seeing? How did Orthodoxy and the tradition start helping you to see the phenomena of what people are going through differently?
So I started seeing the passions. And how people just struggle with the same passions and it looks exactly the same. I started noticing patterns in, for example, psychotic patients. The type of hallucinations, like the content of the hallucinations that they would experience was very predictable. So predictable, in fact, that I had like a set of questions that I would ask them, and each time, and they would answer the same way. And those hallucinations were either like pushing them towards suicide or towards like harming others, or lead them to despair, like self-loathing, things like that. Or just spark their pride with mystical experiences and them thinking that they're prophets.
Prelist.
Yeah, prelist. Prelist. And it was the same thing.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, too, because that human experience, I think this is, I think there's more clinicians and I think there's more people in academia and in the periphery of academia in regards to mental health that are starting to acknowledge, they'll call it the spiritual, I guess. And that's interesting. But what's so funny is this tension of, when you're talking about science and mental health and wanting to have some accuracy in diagnosis, and yet at the same time, you have this reality, which no one's exposed to, but you're seeing something, orthodoxy, a spiritual tradition, match, and forgive me if I'm putting words in your mouth, match and exceed the accuracy of what you're given clinically and academically.
Yeah.
That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fascinating because especially for you, I think in some ways because you're in that context, where there is no hangover of Christianity, you're able to see that even more clearly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not dealing with people and you don't have the kind of baggage. So you can just see real clearly like, oh, like Christianity, Orthodoxy is already addressing and is able to explain what I'm seeing with these patients in a way that is, I don't know if the word satisfying, but more helpful?
It is more helpful and it's more holistic.
Holistic. Yeah.
Yeah. Because psychiatry tends to be kind of, there are different branches. You know, there's the psychoanalysis, there's the psychodynamic, there's the, like, you can hyper focus on like neurotransmitters and the biology behind everything and have kind of a materialistic understanding, and they don't think about the soul. And not only do they not think about it, but they kind of take a stance of, we have figured it out, like we know everything.
Everything is a result of chemicals.
Yeah, everything is a result of chemicals, so...
The material explanation is the explanation.
Yeah, yeah. When really, if you look at it, like, very little of psychiatry is accurate, or even, like, valid scientifically, or reproductive. Like, if you take a group of psychiatrists and then a sample of patients, and you ask all of them to diagnose those patients, you won't find the same diagnosis. You know?
Yeah.
Even though they all use the same manual, the DSM, for example. But even that, like even the DSM is just based on the consensus of people. Chairmen, administrators. It's not, they didn't ask like researchers.
Right. I hope you've enjoyed the preview. Please consider joining the Synaxis of Sophia community on School. You're going to find the link in the description. And it's there that not only are you going to find the full length of this episode, but you'll find all the full-length episodes that we've released so far. Also here, you're going to have exclusive access to the content of my catechism, various lectures and teachings. There's community engagement on everything ranging from the saints to spiritual warfare to just the general life in the church. It's a place where people want to be there to encourage others and not to get into fruitless debates. So please, if you enjoyed this content, join the Synaxis of Sophia on School, link in the description, and we'll see you there.